Here on the Métis Hour, Times State, brought to you by the Manitoba Métis Federation. The president is David Chartrand, and congratulations, Carl. I hear you tracked him down.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good morning, or good afternoon, President.
Good afternoon. I'm just actually sitting here in the lakefront in Cranberry up in the north, and however, no luck.
No luck.
No luck, no moose. So, but doesn't matter. I had a very good, relaxing time with the guys, and we got fish for sure, but no moose. A lot of hunters out here.
Yeah.
So the moose are practically being scared off regularly, so that's okay. I usually come when when moose season is not open here, because it's there's boats everywhere from everywhere here come out here. So. Oh yeah. Yeah, but anyways, there was a lot of fun, and this morning we sang happy birthday to Jesse Vogan. Of course, his birthday today, Family Electric. Mm-hmm. Happy birthday going out to Jesse Vogan from me, Glor, and the family, and of course the Métis Nation. So happy birthday is going out to Dorian Levesque, and that's Sean Levesque's son. He's actually somebody's birthday today on Saturday, and he actually has his highs lined up for my job. So he's actually a big fan and listens to Métis Hour, and awesome. Actually has a lot of admiration towards the Federation, of course, and to myself as president. That's why he has a ambition. I also met a 10-year-old Skylar out in Gimli, from Gimli, I think. She was regional meeting. Hello?
Oh, I think we...
there we go.
There we go. We lost you there for a minute.
Did you lose me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just happens because I'm out in the lake here, so it comes off and on.
You were talking about a young lady before you got cut off.
Skylar. Her name is Skylar. She's also gearing up for my job. She's 10 years old, and she's going to wait till I retire, she said, and she's going to give me a chance. So
I love it.
So happy birthday is going to Aaron Dong. Of course, he's in charge for a steel frame. His birthday is Tuesday, October 11th here, and he's actually out here with me right now. And congratulations going out to Bucky Alfred Anderson, the Minister of Culture and Heritage, and his wife, Lovey Sharon Anderson, celebrating 51 years of marriage.
Congratulations.
Lovey should get an award for putting up with Bucky for 51 years.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Anyways, announcing of course, we sent out the moose harvesting draw that's eligible for the ducks and the porcupine. Mm-hmm. We anticipate there'll be no controversy with conservation.
Good.
Given the fact there is 60 licenses that they're going to issue to Indigenous peoples, and the Métis Federation is taking 26. But we're doing it in a way that is fair and definitely one that doesn't cause one community against the other, one family against the other. It's all going to be by draw, and the 26 names that will be chosen will be selected by an independent group at the Federation, and they will then choose who those families are, and it'll be a family of four, a group of four that will go out hunting. There'll be one captain, and all the meat's got to be shared, of course, and they have a chance to go and take a bull out from the ducks and porcupine. So I know a lot of people are going to Saskatchewan, and some are sneaking into the mountains, and we're saying let's do it in a very progressive way. Conservation is fundamental in our harvesting regime and our laws, and we need to respect and protect that for the next generation. So again, get your name in if you want to go to the ducks and the porcupines and get drawn, and hopefully you'll bag yourself a moose. Just like us, we're out here now, going on my 5th day, so coming home today, and we don't have a moose. So it's not like you're going to get a moose just because you win a draw.
Right.
Sometimes they don't come your way, and it so happens. So like us, it didn't happen, and that's okay. Yeah. And for me, it's really a getaway. We have a big assembly coming around the corner. Yeah. And again, that's going to be a jam-packed event. I have like 2-3 days of assembly, plus I have probably 2 days of cabinet prior. Mm-hmm. So I'm jam-packed, and I got some meetings internally in the process with ministers, and for example, Danny Vandel, prior to the cabinet or during cabinet, I got to leave and go to that meeting, and there's another minister that reached out, wants a meeting during that time. So it's going to be a jam-packed week for me coming home, and I anticipate that'll be happening. Yeah. Cowboy said, I heard they were off to Los Angeles. No, I'm not. He's actually he's practically pretty close and right. We do have a team going out there. Yeah. We have dancers. Kevin Chief is out there with 11 dancers, and we also have Dustin Payton and Mark Leclerc, and Will was supposed to actually go. He pulled out in the last minute. Mm-hmm. He couldn't go. some event that took place at home, you cannot go. And so, but they're going out to represent us, and it's the first time, as I said, Los Angeles City Council, which is a massive, massive city, recognize the Métis of the Red River, and knowing the fact that we are a government and the first Indigenous government to be ever recognized by the City Council itself. So it was a very well-attended venture of meetings we had throughout. We had met with tribes. They call them tribes in the United States.
Yep.
And Concheca was a big, of course, reserve. We met, and a casino, we met with them. We're actually performing in one of the tribal communities. Also, the dancers will be heading out there.
Nice.
And so there'll be, and what's important for this particular time in Los Angeles, it was known as Columbus Day in the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
It's now known as Indigenous Day in the calendar. So they perform right in front of the City Council, and last time there was thousands of people that attended, and we want to showcase our respect for them recognizing our government in their cabinet, in their council, at the same time showing that we're opening for business. We met with the Chamber also at the same time of Commerce, and it was a very good, promising meeting. And as I said, we're trying to venture out to commodities such as wild rice, such as fish and so forth that we can market out in the United States.
That's great.
When you look, it actually is. I mean, when you look at it at the end of the day, it's really a big opportunity for us if we can break in that market, because our fishermen work so damn hard and they are to make any money.
Yeah.
And we need to find a way where we can actually sustain their ongoing. It's part of our culture and tradition too. This is not just a job.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of who we are. And that's our last, as I say in my statements all over, it's really our last traditional economy. We lost our trapping. I'm trying to revive that by putting $1 million for buying fur. And at the same time, trying to get our forestry has been wiped out from us by big conglomerates, of course, and they've taken us out of that process. So anyways, those are big events that are taking place right now as our team is out into Los Angeles. I know Kevin Chief will do a superb job in representing us and speaking on who the Métis Nation is and continues to be. Also, I had a good meeting with Mark Miller yesterday. I had to drive back on the boat to Cranberry. I had a good discussion. Thank Tracy for help out in Cranberry. Hooking me up with teams. I hate that teams. It's a hard system, and it's run by the government. So, but I got connected, and I had a good discussion. We talked about various aspects. One is beyond borders. We're concluding our sessions. Of course, our team went out everywhere, meeting our citizens from the homeland. That a lot have moved. Of course, like Toronto, for example, about 100 of our citizens showed up in that particular meeting that originally come from the prairies and are working out in Toronto or fell in love and moved to Toronto. But really, they're so glad to be welcome back home and have a voice again. So they also went to the Northwest Territories and, of course, throughout all over the prairies and the United States. So a full report will be conducted, and we'll definitely be showcasing what we heard from our citizens all over the place. So I'd like to make sure that I thank all the people that listen out in to the Métis Hour, from our citizens that live beyond borders, that live in different provinces. Mm-hmm. But as you know, July 6th last year, we removed the borderline. It does no longer exist to us. We signed a self-government agreement with Canada where the provinces' lines do not apply to us, that our homeland is the prairies, and it roams all the way to parts of British Columbia, parts of Northwest Territories, and parts of the United States. So, again, that was such a monumental historical agreement. I don't think a lot of people have captured the essence of what that truly means, removing the borders. That is a massive, massive accomplishment. So I thank the team and all of us for negotiating such a great deal. But a lot of what we heard is they were very happy to be allowed to vote. There was no voting take place because we got in acclamation first time again in history ever made in the Federation on a democracy system.
Yeah.
And when you look at what they talk about, their housing, their education, they also want to access that. Their harvesting rights is a big one. And one of the big things that they kept on raising was that they're paying attention. The identity theft that's happening, where people are starting to come and claim that they're Métis now. And there's no connection to the Métis of the prairies, none whatsoever, no historical going back hundreds of years. And these people are not us. They're mixed bloods, but they're not our people. So, again, a lot of our people are paying attention to that. They're very concerned. They see our flags flying all over the east now. Our beadwork is being used. Our heroes are being talked about. And it's just really something that bothers them, and it should bother us here and bother everyone, that identity theft is actually taking place as we speak today, and supported by President of Alberta, Patra, President of Saskatchewan, Glenn McCallum, President Lisa McCallum from British Columbia, all supporting Ontario to bring in all these people that aren't us to our nation. And again, that's something I'm very concerned about, and I'll fight to my last breath to protect our nation and our identity. So also don't forget, municipal elections are happening. Everybody listening on the show, make sure you go out and vote and cast your vote. Cities and municipalities do play a role in your life sometimes, where bylaws are passed that affect you. So it's important to get your voice heard. The MMF did not sanction one candidate this time, and we're looking at, of course, there's many candidates and with different messaging. So we're hoping that the whoever becomes the next mayor and councillors will take heed that the Métis government is here and we're not going away, and we definitely have a right to be respected as a government. So we'll look forward to seeing what's happening there. And of course, that's happening throughout all over the Interlake, for example. We have Cheryl, who is running, Cheryl Smith. So you look at her. She's been a Reeve now for several years. She's Métis, so she attended our regional meeting, and I wish her well in the election. I think she'll do very well, and I'm sure she'll get a lot of support from the Métis and others, because it's important we have our voices shared all over the place. But there's other Métis candidates all over, and I wish them all well. Interlake Pumpkin Giveaway is taking place October 1st, 18. Phone the Interlake region, find out what that's all about. I understand they're giving pumpkins, and also how to cut them up and carve them up and supply. So I'm sure it's a first-come, first-served basis. And the Southeast Emergency First Aid, CPR, and certification is open to all Métis citizens, but you have to be vaccinated. So fully vaccinated, October 22nd from 9 to 4 p.m. If you're in Pine Falls, we need that. That's from Denise Thomas out in the region. So don't forget our individual youth support program. All our young athletes out there, I know hockey's coming, curling is also underway, and a lot of athletes are looking for support to go into different, whether it's in a gymnasiums of the schools or sport events or different gymnastics, all kind of events. Wrestling, for example, we have some heroes there.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be recognizing some of them at our assembly. There's names here, but I don't want to go reading a bunch of names in case it doesn't work out that they're going to be available. But there's going to be recognition going to these athletes that have represented the Métis Nation and come from the Métis Nation and have done extremely, extremely well. So I wish them well, and I hope they're at the assembly so our people can honor them with respect at our assembly. So I want to say hi to Isaiah and Carly also, and to Richard and Lori and baby Isaiah. That's coming from John Sanderson to his family out there, and he forgot his wife, my daughter, so that's pretty bad. So I'm sure he's going to get some words when he gets home. What about me? So I'm sure my daughter's going to be saying that. And don't forget, this is the nightmare for turkeys. So there might be a challenge with some of the turkeys being available because of the avian flu that wild birds have been bringing in and destroying turkeys and chickens and others, other areas in the farming industry. So turkeys might be scarce this year. I'm not sure, but be careful and get your turkey if you need one. I hope you got your goose. If not, or moose meat somewhere, I would have gave you some, would have killed something, but I didn't. So, but that's okay. As I said, I'm okay with that.
Next time.
But yeah, next time. There's always next time. So going back to Miller, where we are talking about some massive discussions on our land claim and on our treaty, and that's going very, very well. I want to thank Al Benoit and the rest of the team that are negotiating this on our behalf. I got a brief the other day and gave my input on some of the changes I want to see, and they're continuing to move forward on it. And it's 99% done. We anticipate that it should be done by November, and then we're going to, after we finish that, we'll consult with our people across our province, and then we'll have a vote on it next year. But it'll become the first treaty for the Métis Nation since 1870 when we signed the treaty which was called the Manitoba Act. So that's a massive, massive advancement for our people, and I again thank the government for their openness and their mindset to do the right thing and honor the people that truly are here before Canada became Canada, and again that goes hand in hand with our fellow neighbors, our cousins, the First Nations. Now I have to say hi to my wife myself, so in case I hope she's listening, and she's gonna be. We're actually gonna go mooching this year. We usually Gloria always cooks a big dinner. We go to Duck Bay and we celebrate Duck Bay Thanksgiving on behalf of my mom. But this time we're not going there, so we'll probably eat somewhere in Winnipeg. And I think her cousin's cooking a meal, inviting us. So I heard my daughter's cooking a meal. So we'll have choices where to go and munch out. So I'm very pleased. My wife is actually taking a little break. She's always cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, cooking, you would have been quite impressed with me here. I was chefing throughout the trip here.
Were you?
And, my food is sought after now by all these hunters here.
No.
They can't believe how good I am to cook. And I said, I love cooking when I'm camping. I only don't cook at home.
Mm-hmm.
Gloria doesn't let me in her kitchen, but here out in here, I'm boss here. She can't tell me what to do here.
Awesome.
Okay, let's not forget our AGA, you guys. October 14th to the 16th, Cinnabon Downs.
Yep.
So get out there. I think there's thousands of people already booked. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of them, of course, as usual. And I don't know how many 600, 700 rooms already have been booked. So
Nice.
There's a mass of people. I know that are coming in.
Great.
And we have I think we're going to have a talent show this time. We're not having a concert of any sort. I think we're going to have a traditional event taking place, moose calling, duck calling. We're going to actually have a pickler contest. And I hope people out there, Métis citizens who are love to continue to can, get their pickles to there's going to be some good prizes.
Nice.
Good prizes.
I hear there's going to be a crib and rummy tournament too.
Yes, you come there, I'll kick your butt.
Okay,
Anyways,
you're on.
Yeah, so I'll be entering the crib tournament if I can, depending on my schedule.
Timing, yeah.
But I'll definitely try to be entering there. I'm, of course, champion in St. Madeleine and all over the places. You'll see my name as a champion. And Dave Baudon try and take me on a few times, thinking he was a potential champion, and I put him in his place with a stunt, I think. So anyways, but again, it's going to be a big event. There's a lot of people will have fun and laughter. There'll be some music, of course. And but at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of events. And my wife actually won the pickling challenge last year. There was 12 contestants, and we have five people on the judges that nobody saw the names. They're all cut up and put in white bowls, and they have to taste each pickle. And my wife ended up winning because she's been canning for so many years. Learned from her mom, learned from her baba, learned from my mom probably, and just practice. And she makes some of the damn best pickles you ever come across. We actually have some in camp here, and so, but they're the best. So, anyways, she said she might not enter because let somebody else win. Well, I don't know about that. I told her she's going to enter. She's a champion, but she has to put her name in there. But again, it's we don't know what the judges will say. Every pickle is probably great, but everybody has their own specific taste buds, you know.
Yeah.
So, but again, I'm looking forward to that. And that part is close off with that. Part of the elder gathering and youth gathering, they did actually canning of pickles, teaching the young people how to can. And my granddaughter already makes her own pickles. She learned from Gloria. Oh, she's good. And so is Sugar. She's good. That's my niece. They learned from Gloria.
Oh,
and learned from her mom. So it's passed on now. So it's good for people to learn how to can and beets and pickles and all the rest of the stuff you can do, jams, because it's part of just getting a little homemade jam somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
You know how much it means to somebody, versus running to a store and buying commercial?
Yeah.
Getting something personally given to you by somebody's own hands, that means so much to many people. So again, everybody take care, and we'll see you at the assembly. And again, happy birthday to Jesse one more time. He likes to be spoiled, and he actually asked us to sing him happy birthday this morning, so we had to. So, no, we sang it on purpose. We sang it because we meant it. So anyways, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys at the assembly.
Okay, take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, that was President David Chartrand, of course, with his weekly report, Métis Matters. And don't forget the AGA. Go to the website, AGA. What is it? AGA.
Oh, MMF, AGA.ca.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You got it.